welcome to the uni-max workshop. For our work, we mostly need just a few large machines, but without a number of small tools that make our efforts easier, more precise, faster, safer, and also more enjoyable. And it is precisely a few such details which make up the whole of a well-equipped workshop that I will focus on in the next few minutes. These include the uni-max combined gauge, a pressed cone with a level, a digital leveling protractor, and also 2 automatic countersinks. This combined gauge is a well-made copy of the legendary tool invented by Laroche-Storeda back in 1878. However, an industrial patent lasts only a few decades, so today, alongside the original, which costs a fortune, you will find more or less well-made copies. This is really a very decent version for just under 20% of the original's price. You heard that right, it costs less than 1/5. Of course, that raises some doubts, but even I, an old nitpicker, have to admit that the quality is very good. After all, you can easily verify the accuracy of the protractor and the center finding tool. Just place the protractor against a straight edge and draw a line along it. Then flip it over, and the line should align. If it doesn't, the protractor is not at a right angle. The accuracy of the center finding tool can be checked in 3 steps. Make a line, rotate the tool by 1/3 of a circle, which is about 120 degrees, and make a second line. Rotate the tool again by 120 degrees, and the third line must intersect the plus sign of the previous 2. If you miss, either the gauge is wrong, or it's simply not a circle. You can use the uni-max combined gauge in 100 ways, most often as a square for measuring from internal edges and corners, and besides 90 degrees, it also shows 45 degrees without adjustment. 45 degrees. Right angles and half angles are often set on various machines, such as saws, whether it's a saw blade or different guides. If you need to set, draw, or measure any other angle precisely, use a protractor. Sometimes a built-in level or a marking needle comes in handy. Thanks to the versatile, adjustable arm solution, the gauge can also function as a scriber, as well as an improvised depth gauge. On the market, you'll find much cheaper versions, but ordinary aluminum instead of cast iron and steel doesn't work, and everything is ruined by terrible workshop craftsmanship. The pressure comb increases accuracy and safety when cutting or milling. It is designed for machines with a standard groove width of 3/4 of an inch, where 2 plastic stones are wedged. The flexible slats allow the workpiece to pass between the comb and the parallel guide or table, which constantly presses it down. Any deviation of the workpiece from the guiding surfaces means an undesirable change in the final dimension, as well as the risk of kickback. This comb also has a magnetic strip, a level, and a rotating arm. What is that good for? For adjusting the angle of discs, drills, and similar items. However, I see it only as a supplementary function because a digital level gauge is much better for these purposes. We use it because it measures angles only between the vertical and horizontal planes. So, with a miter saw, it will measure the bevel, but not the miter. And how does it work? I turn on the box, switch to relative 0, place it on the table, and reset it. I also use the integrated magnet to hold the disc, the chuck, or even the drill bit directly, and I tilt the machine part until the desired angle is displayed. It's wonderfully quick and precise. I lock the tilt, and that's it. Of the mentioned little things, I definitely use it the most. Adjustable stops on machines are nice, but as the saying goes, trust but verify. The last gadget is not directly related to any machine, but it makes drilling easier. Automatic countersinks often replace traditional countersinks, eliminating the need for a hammer after use. Therefore, we only need one hand for marking. The mechanism of the automatic countersinks works similarly to that of manual staplers. You can press the spring until the latch clicks, and the spring shoots the striker against the tip. The size of the countersink varies among different types. A smaller one is sufficient for wood, while a larger one is needed for metals. The countersink for metal also has a harder tip. Therefore, it's not good to confuse the 2 countersinks. The one for wood will get ruined if used on steel, and using the metal one for marking wood will create too large of a dent, if I can even call that a dent. In any case, in many situations, they are handy helpers that I reach for quite often. If any of the tools caught your interest, you can find the links in the description below the video. My name is Tomasz Brzezinski. I bid you farewell and look forward to seeing you in the uni-max workshop.